So I got my Lasik surgery done. I wanted to talk a little bit about that, I guess. I wanted to talk about the whole process. I pretty much believe that if people knew what surgery was like as far as Lasik goes, they wouldn't actually do it. Don't get me wrong, if you want to do it, you should do it, because it's amazing to be able to see. I mean, I've been blind my whole life, so to be able to see is just absolutely amazing. But at the same time, that surgery was horrible. It only lasted like 15 minutes, but they don't tell you exactly what's gonna happen until the last minute, when they are sticking their fingers in your eyes and cutting into your eye. So yeah, they didn't tell me the whole process until I was waiting to get it done, and I was waiting in that room, and then they said, well, okay, watch this video. And then in the video they said, well, basically it's gonna feel like we're pushing our thumbs into your eyeballs until you go blind. And I'm like, what? This doesn't I don't remember any of the videos saying that before this moment. So I went in there, and sure enough, it feels like you're being murdered. And it was absolutely terrifying for me for like 10 minutes. And I was watching the lady before me do it as well, and she got up with her flaps cut, and it looked like she didn't have eyes. It looked like a zombie just got up without eyes. And that's when it really freaked me out. I was like, she looks like she's horrified, and I don't see her eyes. So I don't know about this. But the surgery was quick, and they got her out of there, but she was still horrified. I mean, she was not in good shape. So I went in, and I had the same experience. And they asked me, how was it at the end? And I was honest with them. I was like, that was terrifying. Because I mean, it's very, very invasive surgery. You know what's going on. And when they shove that thing on your eyeball and they start pushing, it's just a very vulnerable thing. It's a trust exercise for sure. You have to just trust the process. But I can do anything for 15 minutes, so it was definitely worth the money, and it was definitely worth the result. I mean, it was just, the result is amazing. Like, looking out here right now, I would never see this as it's seen right now. I mean, it's beautiful out here. And to not have contacts or anything and be able to see this the way it is, you can't really put a price on that. Recovery time has been a little bit more than I thought too for surgery. I heard a lot of people say you can go back to work the next day. In fact, the receptionist lady told me that. But the next day, I woke up, I opened my eyes, and it was just like complete blurry, really irritated. It wasn't super painful, it was just, I couldn't handle any light bulb or anything. It was brutal. And originally I wanted to do the surgery on my vacation, but the place I went to, Lasik Plus, they convinced me to do it the day after my appointment. The only bad thing about the surgery that I can tell right now is my night vision. I still have halos around lights, really bad. They're really bad halos, so it's almost like the feeling, I don't know if you guys have had contacts, or contacts get really dry and everything gets blurry, and there's fuzz around all the lights and stuff. That's how it is for me at night. During the day I can see perfectly, but during nighttime is when those lights hit me, and I just have a real hard time with those. It's not sensitive really anymore, but I just can't see very well because of all the blur off of the light. But that's supposed to go away as well once I heal up a little bit more. This is crazy down here. This is all thick ice. You can see the fog up over the top of it. Like, ice is the great equalizer. Nobody can ride on ice until you get studs. It's amazing how much wildlife I've seen this year, really. I've seen a bunch of deer. Actually, here recently I saw some trophy-sized bucks but I saw a wolf at the beginning of the year. He went right across my path. I didn't even make that big of a deal about it in the video. In fact, I don't even know if I make mention of it. I'll have to go back and find that footage. But so I had a wolf basically run straight by me, and it thought I was after him because it heard my engine. So when he hit a bush, he reached back and bit at the bush because he thought it was me attacking him. And when he looked back and bit at the bush, going full speed, as he looked forward, he ran straight into a tree and did a cartwheel. It's really hard to see on the video, but I could see it plain as day because things are a lot closer up in real life. Yeah, my rear tire has just enough studs in it to help maintain when I'm not on the power. So it has enough on there to maintain my line really well. But like I said, the front tire, that thing is hooked up. It's got studs everywhere. Because if the front tire goes, you go. Beautiful out here. The drive in, I couldn't find any parking spots, so I ended up turning around, and I didn't think I was going to ride, but I got out to take a leak and I was like, man, this is too pretty out here. I have to go enjoy it. Really, this rear tire is hooking up really well. So, whoever that guy was that commented on my video saying that I needed studs on my tires, you win, sir. You win. I'll be doing this every winter now. As I'm getting used to this traction right here, it feels pretty good. Feels like I could go just about anywhere. What I'm a little bit worried about is the fact that I make a lot of horsepower and I could rip the studs out of the rear tire pretty easily. The front tire should be fine, but the rear tire has got a lot of torque on it if I get on the gas a lot. Very pretty. Alright guys, I'll catch you on the next section. Wow, look at that.
His name is RacerRed. If he wasn't riding, he'd be in bed. He naps during the day. He rides his love in garage bays. Oh, he rides all night, full throttle all the time. Oh, he was born to ride. Red Racer, like, comment, and subscribe.